Hi, I'm Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com. Now tomorrow I'm having a little party for about 10 people over at my house, and I'm going to whip up some sangria. And I wanted to show you how simple it is to make this really delicious Spanish wine punch. So what really makes this sangria wine punch really delicious is it's a combination of some red wine and lots of citrus juice. And it's so good that even somebody who doesn't care for wine usually loves this drink because it goes down so easy. For our ingredients, I stopped by Trader Joe's and I picked up some inexpensive wine. I picked up some $2 chuck basically. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to you want to have a nice glass container. What we're going to do is add all of our citrus and our wine together, and we're going to refrigerate it overnight. That's really important to do so that we get all these flavors to really meld together and it gets really nice and fruity that way. Okay, so let's start off with our wine. I'm going to pour 2 bottles of wine in, and then I'm going to add my citrus, which I'll go over with you in just a second. With sangria, you can add all kinds of different liqueurs and alcohol to your sangria. My recipe is going to be a pretty simple one. I'm not going to make it too powerful. And so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use some triple sec. And I'm going to add about a cup of this to my wine. The next thing I'm going to add is I've got some frozen concentrated pink lemonade, and I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup, and this will give it a little sweetness. That's a half, and we'll add 1/4 more. Now, I've already made some simple sugar, and all this is basically just an equal amount of sugar and water heated over a stove over medium heat until the crystals dissolve. That way your sugar's already well mixed in. Now I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of this, and then we can always add more the next day when we're ready to serve it up. What we're going to do now is we're going to juice up our fruit. Now I'm going to take 2 lemons, and we're going to juice those 2, 1 lime, and because these oranges are on the small side, I'm going to juice up 3 of them. The rest of the fruit, the 2 oranges left, 2 lemons and 1 lime, I'm going to just slice up and place inside the sangria. So if you have a nice electric juicer like I have right here, it's a great thing to use, makes this happen really quickly. So juice up our limes. Okay, so when you're juicing your citrus, make sure that you don't get any seeds. You don't want to get any seeds into your sangria because that wouldn't be very good. So now we're ready to slice up our fruit. And be sure and give all of your fruit a rinse under the water. Take off your stickers before you slice it up. So I'm going to go ahead and make some thin slices. These are, for decorative purposes, and also some of that flavor and that fruit gets into the sangria as well. But it looks really cool when it's floating around. So I'm going to make fairly thin slices, as you can see here what I'm doing. And this happens to be a navel orange, so I'm not going to have any problem with seeds. I really don't want seeds to get into my sangria, so the orange will be fine. The lemon and the lime, or actually the lemon, I think I'll have to get those seeds out by hand before I put the slices in the sangria. Drop these in, and actually what I want to do first maybe is just give it a good stir, because I've added the sugars and I've added the lemonade, so I want to get it all kind of mixed up first. All right, and I can add some of my fruit. Now when I'm doing the lemons now, I'm going to have to look for those seeds. Cut off the ends. You don't really want the ends in there. They don't look that attractive, so I'll just cut off the ends and get to where you can actually see the lemon. Now this one looks pretty good as far as not too many seeds. Here's a few. So here you go, just pop out your seeds. Sometimes they go through. With the tip of your knife. And just pop them out. There's usually 3 or 4 in there. Got one in there. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to slice up my lime, and I don't think I have any seeds in my lime. So we just give that some really nice thin slices, just like that. And then I'm going to cut off the end. I want to use as much of the lime as I can. There we go, no seeds at all in that. So I've got all my fruit cut up and placed inside my sangria, and I'm stirring it up a little bit. What we're going to do now is I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to refrigerate this overnight, and that's when the magic begins. All right, and then tomorrow when we're ready to serve this at the party, what we're going to do is I'm going to get a big pitcher, and I'm going to pour it into that, and I'm going to be adding, I have a 2-liter bottle of ginger ale, and I'm going to add about 3/4 of that bottle to this. And I might add a little bit of ice, but not too much. And then we're going to taste it and see if it has enough sweetness. And if it doesn't, we're going to add a little more simple sugar to it until it gets the right flavor that we're looking for. And then we'll serve it up. We can add different fruits to this if we want. I might get some, blackberries, let's say, and skewer them onto a long toothpick and put it in each glass and pour it in. It looks really festive. And you can use any fruits you want. If you want to add apple, nectarines, anything that's sort of on the soft side, though, you're going to want to add the day that you're going to serve it. Don't do anything else other than citrus the night before, like this. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll throw it all together. Okay, our sangria has been in the refrigerator for the last 24 hours, so all the flavors can meld together. So I'm going to take it out. We're getting ready to serve it for the party. I want to take a smell. I smell a lot of citrus going on in there. That smells really good. So I'm going to pour the sangria into this big pitcher, and then I'm going to add the ginger ale. I'm going to add probably not quite the full 2 liters, but about 3/4 of that. And then we're going to go ahead, I'm going to give it a little taste over some ice and see how it is. Okay, so here we go. It's probably going to be better to just pour in the liquid first and not let the fruit plop in and splatter all over. So I'm going to do this gently first. So I've decided that it's going to be kind of difficult for me to get the fruit out, so I'm just going to set it in. I don't want to make a big splatter. So I've got my lemons and oranges and limes going in here. So I'm going to add the ginger ale now. I didn't put quite all the fruit in there because I want to make sure I have enough room for the ginger ale. This is going to give it a little bit of fizz, little bubble. It's going to make it nice, really good. All right, let me try this a little bit. Mix that up. And I'm going to add just a little bit of simple sugar, maybe just a tablespoon. Now you can vary that as much as you want, make it as sweet as you want. So right now it's not real sweet, so that's why I added just a little bit more. But now I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to pour this in here carefully. Over some ice is nice. It's chilled already, you don't have to do the ice, but you can if you want to. That's really good. It's smooth, it goes down nice and easy. I mean, you can drink a lot of that, you gotta be careful. All right, well that's how we make sangria. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure and stop by my website at cookingmexicanrecipes.com. I've got some nice appetizers you can make to go along with this, or some entrees, whatever you want. Anyway, thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.